Hi, I'm Chris Lapine, spiritual author and speaker from findmynewlife.com. Welcome. I'm so glad you came today to check out this video. So today's video is called Your Real Value. It's about, what worth do you really have in the world? And that's, that's something that we all think of from time to time, especially in these really crazy times with so much going on. It can be pretty painful. It can be completely disorienting to just look around, and you may be feeling this way. I don't know, but there are just so many people feeling like I don't have a place in this world. I don't see where I fit in or how I can be happy, or what do I have to offer? It's just pretty hard. Maybe you feel this way. I hope not, but maybe you do. And if you do, I just want you to know that other people are out there who care about you. You may not see them. I don't know you directly, but I do. I'm sending what I can your way through spiritual forces, but through God. But I do want you to know that you really are of value, no matter what you're seeing around you. It could be a bunch of things. It could be that maybe you're having a hard time just finding work. A lot of people have gotten laid off. A lot of economies have just been in a terrible place for such a long time, and there's nothing more depressing than not working and wanting to work. So if you're going through that, I am so sorry, and I hope that you find some progress and are able to find some meaningful work, or at least something to keep going. It's rough. It's rough. And there's some of us have had horrible childhood experiences, just brutal. I don't know how some people survive some of these things that happen in their families. There are people being exploited. And these kinds of things can just make you feel like I'm not worth anything. Because if I was worth something, then people would care about me and treat me right? But I'm here to tell you that if you don't think you matter much, if you don't think you're worth much, if you don't think you deserve something from the universe, if you don't think you deserve a good life, a happy life, then you're totally wrong. You couldn't be more wrong. Please believe that. Just try to replace the negative thinking with a positive, because you were created for a reason. The Creator, God, created the unique who you are for a reason. You have a unique set of gifts that He gave you. Your loving universal Father, the Creator of the universe, gave you unique gifts, and you're a unique person. So that combination gives you value in and of itself. And you were also born into a unique position in a family somewhere, and that's also a way that you can be valuable. So it's the really tough things in life. It's the people usually mistreating us that make us think that we're not worth much. It could have been other kids, could have been our families, could have been friends, but it wasn't meant to be this way. You weren't meant to feel this way. The issue is how people have treated you, and that's gotten into your thinking. So I want you to please give yourself a break and begin to try to have other thoughts. It's going to be a slow process if you're deep in the hole. But it really begins with starting to believe in yourself. That's the point. You hear it a lot from people. It starts in your entire being. And it's kind of like if you're in a really bad place, you may be really depressed. You may have suicidal thoughts, you name it. You may feel just hopeless, and you're just surviving for your kids or whatever. The way into a better mindset, into a really fulfilled place, into a place where you feel valued and loved, Maybe your parents didn't value you and love you. Maybe they were abusive and horrible. We've got a lot of baggage. Maybe it was an institution, a church, a group. Understand that they were wrong, that you do have value. Understand that. And the reason I know this is that I went through some similar devaluing, not from my family, but from other forces. And I came to realize that, through my beginning experiences of the Creator, of God, that, wow, He values me. He cares about me. And because He cares about me, I can begin to care more about myself and value myself and start to thaw myself out and think new thoughts and move in new directions. But, it's hard to think those thoughts or let those thoughts in when you've been through so much. I haven't had a really horrible time, but there are things that have gotten in my way. But I can understand where some of you are coming from. But it's only at the point where you're ready to just try some different thinking or let different thinking in from God that you can move forward. So it's about spending time just pouring your heart out. I mean, just sit down alone somewhere when you can, pour your heart out to God. Even if you hate God, even if you don't believe in God, just pour your heart out. Whatever way you conceive of God, pour your heart out for as long as you can. Do it on a daily basis. Do it in a place where you can sit quietly. As you begin to do this, a new thought is going to eventually come to your mind. And that thought is this: God exists, and I'm related to God. I'm actually, He created me. I'm a child of God. Eventually that thought will come. Don't push it away. Just watch it, observe it, see if it's real. And I promise you, it will return. And the other thing that will happen is that you will realize that God is someone you can communicate with in some way. So it's something that's going to start slowly, but it'll grow. And the more you give to this, the more wholehearted you are, the more progress you're going to make. It might be something sudden, it might be gradual, but you're going to realize that you are a child of God. Please believe me. You are a child of the Creator of the universe. He is your loving Heavenly Father, your universal Father, the first source and center. Your loving God is going to show you the way, is going to show you how much He values you. You're going to feel His love. That's the first thing you need to let in. Just accept it. Feel it. Forget about everything you've been taught. Forget about everything that's been done to you. Forget about all your disappointments. That pain is there. It's real. I'm not discounting it. But allow the new thoughts to come in. Your mind will gradually be immersed in the presence of God, in the loving universal Father. Not a church, not a group, not a religion, but a direct experience of a God that is your loving Heavenly Father, that's different than anything you've ever experienced before. And as you give yourself over to this, as you spend more time doing it, you'll begin to believe that you are a child of God, that God exists. You'll believe that. And once you believe that with your whole heart, believe that you are a child of God, believe that He exists, believe what you're experiencing inside, you'll know that this belief, this acceptance, will open the door to change in your thoughts, to change in your emotions, and to change in your life. This is the first step. It will make you a new person. It will begin this divine therapy of your mind, and everything will be possible. You will begin to feel hope. You will begin to think that things can be different wherever you're at. God is a loving Heavenly Father. Our beautiful Father is there for you. No matter what your religion, He is there and loves you. He loves you as a father. He loves you far beyond the most perfect father you could imagine. He absolutely loves you. He is there. I know you want to be happy. We all do. The only way to be happy is to let the light in, to melt your guarded walls, to come through. And I'm looking at my notes, by the way. And know that He is here. Help is here. Think about it. Think about how your life can be different. Think about the light. Think about, don't you want to feel different? Aren't you sick of the pain? Don't you want to move forward? I know you can. You will. I know people who have. But you have to put in the time. You have to trust yourself. Forget about all the negative if you can, and begin to let the light in. That's all you need to do, is to do that step every day. Pour your heart out and accept what God is trying to tell you. Realize you are a child of God. You have value. You have gifts. You have a unique personality. And don't let anybody ever tell you that you aren't a beautiful child of God, and that you have an incredible destiny, a place in this universe. Go forward, start moving, and all things will begin to come to your mind. This is the first step. He will fill you with His loving Spirit, and this will begin to transform you. Trust, believe, and welcome to a real, meaningful, valued life. You are a child of God. Welcome to the journey. I wish you all the best. This is Chris Lapine, spiritual liberation author and speaker for FindMyNewLife.com.